Welcome to the Team Rolling Thunder Climate Mitigation Video Project. Our environmental approach focuses on alternative roofing materials. Consider the following as you watch. What are the benefits of white roofs? What are the benefits of rooftop gardens? And lastly, what are the benefits of solar panel installations? According to the EPA, on a hot, sunny summer day, roof and pavement surface temperatures can be 50 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or 27 to 50 degrees Celsius, hotter than the air, while shaded or moist surfaces, often in more rural surroundings, remain closer to air temperatures. Research shows that electricity demand for cooling increases 1.5 to 2% for every degree Fahrenheit increase in air temperatures, starting from 68 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, or 20 to 25 Celsius. This suggests that 5 to 10% of community-wide demand for electricity is used to compensate for the heat island effect. Increased daytime temperatures, reduced nighttime cooling, and higher air pollution levels associated with urban heat islands can affect human health by contributing to general discomfort, respiratory difficulties, heat cramps, and exhaustion, non-fatal heat stroke, and heat-related mortality. Rooftop surface temperatures can also heat stormwater runoff. Tests have shown that pavements that are 100 degrees, or 38 degrees Celsius, can elevate initial rainwater temperature from roughly 70 degrees to over 95 degrees Fahrenheit. This heated stormwater generally becomes runoff, which drains into storm sewers and raises water temperatures as it is released into streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. White roofing is exactly as it sounds, simply painting your roof white. White roof buildings across the world would help reflect sunlight back into the atmosphere and eventually help to decrease the urban heat island effect. So why should consumers care? This solution would help people save up to 30% on energy bills, while also reducing energy use in the summer, according to the White Roof Project. While this is a relatively simple solution, many citizens across the United States are not participating in this movement. Why? Because there are currently no incentives for this program. It is interesting that the government has not incentivized this program, because Energy.gov recognizes the many benefits of painting your roof white, such as improving outdoor living space conditions like porches or decks, as well as decreasing overall roof temperature, which could essentially make the roof itself last longer. So why should you take this project on yourself? According to NYC Cool Roofs, here's why. First, you will save money. Who doesn't want to do that? Second, you'll preserve the condition of your roof and your air conditioning. Save even more money. You'll reduce your energy usage, combating global warming while still saving money. This would also reduce carbon emissions. This helps to combat global warming on a massive scale. Finally, installing a white roof would also combat the urban heat island effect. This is a real problem in our society, and by simply changing your roof, you can help to make the world a cleaner and more energy-efficient place. Whereas white, high-albedo roofing is by far the most effective in terms of reflecting solar radiation, around 75% in some cases, alternate methods of urban roof redesign have become increasingly popular over the past decades. The most notable example is rooftop gardens, or green roofs, which repurpose the hot, paved surfaces on top of urban structures into small oases of vegetation. Green roofs also have a higher albedo than tar, pavement, or shingles. However, their effectiveness results not from the reduced absorption of radiation, but by converting this energy as latent heat through the process of transpiration, utilizing the moisture within vegetation to cool the rooftop and surrounding atmosphere. On a large scale, rooftop gardens could have a profound effect in reducing UHI risks, and are particularly desirable in communities with poor air quality, as returning plant populations to city environments could reuptake some carbon dioxide. The potential to absorb storm runoff is also a benefit of green roofing, As heavy rainfall runs away from poorly reflecting rooftop surfaces, it warms considerably from waste heat in the material. When this heated water returns to natural river and groundwater systems, it increases the water system's temperature, which can have dramatic consequences for marine ecosystems. This does not even take into account the trace pollutants washed off of buildings that will be diverted from water systems by green roofing installations.
According to the Environmental Protection Agency, solar energy is considered environmentally friendly because the sun is a natural energy source that does not require the burning of fossil fuels and the associated air emissions. Also, it is considered renewable because the energy produced from the sun does not deplete any natural resources and it will never run out. These new technologies that are used to combat UHIs and global warming are similar in concept to solar heating technologies, using sunlight to generate heat. They differ in that they create enough heat to power a generator that is then used to produce electricity. National Geographic states that every hour, the sun beams onto Earth more than enough energy to satisfy global energy needs for an entire year. But the issue comes from being able to harness this energy. On a much larger scale, solar thermal power plants employ various techniques to concentrate the sun's energy as a heat source. The heat is then used to boil water to drive a steam turbine that generates electricity in much the same fashion as a coal and nuclear power plant, supplying electricity for thousands of people. In one technique, long troughs of U-shaped mirrors focus sunlight on a pipe of oil that runs through the middle. The hot oil then boils water for the electricity generation. Another technique uses movable mirrors to focus the sun rays on a collector tower where a receiver sits. Molten salt flows through the receiver, is heated to run a generator. Large windows placed on the sunny side of a building allow the sunlight to heat absorbent materials on the floor and walls. These surfaces then release the heat at night to keep the building warm. Similarly, absorbent plates on a roof can heat liquid in tubes that supply a house with hot water. Japan, Germany, and the United States are major markets for solar cells. With tax incentives, solar electricity can often pay for itself in 5 to 10 years. The NRDC says that solar power can be used wherever the sun shines. Yes, it's that simple. Also, 32 megawatt Long Island Solar Farm at Brookhaven National Laboratory, currently the largest solar farm on the East Coast, produces enough electricity annually to power nearly 4,500 homes. Germany is without a doubt the leading country for using solar energy according to PlanetSave. Not only has Germany installed thousands of solar panels already, but it plans to be using nothing but renewable energy by 2050. The country has remained the top buyer of solar energy panels for several years now, and is expected to continue going forward in the same direction during the upcoming months. During 2009, Germany installed 8 times more megawatts of photovoltaic solar energy capacity than America did that year.
In addition to UHI heating, the projected climate change is also thought to increase the probability of overheating in London. It is probable that the average global temperature could increase by as much as several degrees during this century alone. It is very likely that if we continue to go about the way we are, that more heat-related events will occur, and as a result of these, we are likely to witness more heat-related illnesses and deaths.